A light aircraft carrier, or light fleet carrier, is an aircraft carrier that is smaller than the standard carriers of a navy. The precise definition of the type varies by country. Light carriers typically have a complement of aircraft only 1/2 to 2/3 the size of a full-sized fleet carrier. A light carrier was a similar concept to an escort carrier in most respects. However, light carriers were intended for higher speeds to be deployed alongside fleet carriers, while escort carriers usually defended convoys and provided air support during amphibious operations. History. In World War II, the United States Navy produced a number of light carriers by converting cruiser hulls. The Independence-class aircraft carriers, converted from Cleveland-class light cruisers, were unsatisfactory ships for aviation with the narrow, short decks and slender, high-shear hulls. In virtually all respects, the escort carriers were superior aviation vessels. The Independence-class ships, however, had the virtue of being available at a time when available carrier decks had been reduced to Enterprise and Saratoga in the Pacific and Ranger in the Atlantic. In addition, unlike escort carriers, they had enough speed to take part in fleet actions with the larger carriers. Late in the war, a follow-on design to the Independence class, the Saipan class, was designed. Two vessels in this class, Saipan and Wright, were completed after the war's end. After very brief lives as carriers, the Saipans were converted to command and communication ships. The British 1942 design light fleet carrier was a scaled-down version of their illustrious class fleet carrier. The design could be built in a yard with little or no experience of warship construction. Although built to merchant standards, the design incorporated better watertight subdivision, expected to have a lifetime of about 3 years. The last of the design was taken out of service in 2001. The first 8 were built as the Colossus, but revisions upgrading the design to handle larger and heavier aircraft led to the remainder being the Majestic class. In the post-war period, the Royal Navy operated a force of 10 Colossus-class carriers, including the 2 maintenance carriers. In all, 15 ships were completed from the 1942 design, of which most of the Colossus class and all the eventually completed Majestics were variously sold to Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, India and the Netherlands. By 1939, HMS Hermes was being considered as equivalent to a light aircraft carrier due to her small size and lack of armor. Current light carrier use. Currently 5 light aircraft carriers are in service. The newest light carriers of the Italian Cavour and the Spanish Juan Carlos I, which were commissioned in 2009 and 2010 respectively. Italy: Giuseppe Garibaldi. Cavour. India: INS Virat. Spain: Juan Carlos I, strategic power projection ship with provision to act as an amphibious assault ship, SDOVL aircraft carrier, and flagship. Thailand: HTMS Chakri Naruabit, now operating as a helicopter carrier, royal transport, and disaster relief platform. List of light carriers. Argentina: ARA Independencia, ARA 25 de Mayo. Australia: HMAS Sydney, HMAS Vengeance, HMAS Melbourne. Canada: HMCS Warrior, HMCS Magnificent, HMCS Bonaventure. Brazil: Minas Gerais. France: Lafayette class, Bois Bello Lafayette, FS Aramanchas. Japan: Hosho, Raijo, Zuiho class, Zuiho Shoho, Yuho, Chitos class, Chitos Chiyoda. India: INS Vikrant, decommissioned and converted to a museum ship in Mumbai, now scrapped. INS Virat. Netherlands: HNLMS Karel Doorman. Spain: Dedalo, Principe de Asturias, Juan Carlos I. United Kingdom: HMS Hermes. Centaur class HMS Centaur, HMS Albion, HMS Bulwark, HMS Hermes. 1942 design light fleet carrier Colossus class HMS Colossus, HMS Glory, HMS Ocean, HMS Venerable, HMS Vengeance, HMS Pioneer, HMS Warrior, HMS Theseus, HMS Triumph, HMS Perseus. Majestic class Majestic, Terrible, Magnificent, Hercules Powerful, HMS Invincible, HMS Illustrious, HMS Ark Royal. United States Independence class Us Bataan, Us Bellewood, Us Cabot, Us Cowpens, Us Independence, Us Langley, Us Monterey, Us Princeton, Us San Jacinto. Saipan class Us Saipan, Us Wright,